All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Here we go. A little volume problem early here, so we're a bit late. So this is Chinese Wrestling Sit Down, where we sit down with wrestlers and personalities from within and out of China. And we get a more in-depth look at who they are and their unique stories that made them prime candidates as our focus features of Chinese Wrestling Sit Down. I'm your host, of course, Leung, and my guest today for this show, we have the AIWF Allied Independent Wrestling Federation's European Champion. We have Mad Dog Carter. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm good.
You can hear me now, or?
I can hear you, yeah.
All right. That's why we need to test it before we get on. So, yeah, so what's going on with you? What's new?
What am I up to? Well,
yeah. Hey, I muted your mic, I think. Can you unmute yourself? I can't hear you. How do I?
More of these technical issues.
All right, there you go. I unmuted you. I have the power.
Yeah.
All right.
Gotta be careful. Great player. Great.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Yeah. For some reason, I went to mute and then you went to mute. Anyways. All right, you were saying?
So, yeah, just keep myself busy. Just always training. Just working hard, as in like social media wise, working hard in daily job. Man, yeah, just keeping busy. That's the only way I can put it, really. I'm in a good position. So, yeah.
So, how did you first get started in pro wrestling?
So, for me, I first started around April 2018 with EBW, Elite British Wrestling. First session I had that night, it was just like a drug. It was pure ecstasy. So what happened was I never missed a session. I was, obviously at the time, with it being 2 years ago, I was 28 and I knew I had a lot of catching up to do if I want to be where I want to be. So in that sense, not only was it just the training, it was research, it was studying, it was character work, it was just a lot of hard work. People can say it was hard work, but I loved every bit of it, and I still do.
There you go, wrestling, even better than drugs, I think.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah. So how did you get started with the Chinese pro wrestling scene?
So I came to China in September 2018. How I got involved, I started speaking to Big Sam. I got speaking to Big Sam, and he just supported me throughout. He put me in range of a lot of contacts. Before I came over, I also got in contact with Ho Leung. Again, great support. He pointed me in the right direction. I started training at KOPW, King of Professional Wrestling, and then I got speaking to Adrian at MKW, Middle Kingdom Wrestling, you guys, and yeah, that was it. Just like a good drug, you're always going to want more, so I just always wanted to keep going, keep proving myself right, that I knew I could go where I want to go.
Awesome. So you talked about working with Ho Leung and then MKW. Could you give us a rundown of all the Chinese wrestling companies throughout China that you've known and worked with and had a relationship with? Help us paint a picture of what Chinese wrestling looks like for our viewers that might not know.
So yeah, there's a few going at the moment. You've got OWE, Oriental Wrestling Entertainment. They're going through their transition. Again, I was introduced to them through Ryan at KOPW, and that was just it. Like I've said this before, I've just been an ankle biter. I just want to do something. It's like Christmas morning for me. I just want to get my presents, want to open my presents, tear through them, and just keep bettering myself, keep getting into wrestling, and just keep working hard and doing it all, having a good attitude.
Awesome.
Keep it humble.
Keep it humble. So, all right. Thank you for watching, everybody, live on MKW's Facebook and YouTube page. And the comment section are open. Hang on a second. Where's my little ticker here? I'm going to add my ticker. So, do we have any questions for my PA here? I think there's lots of questions. All right, DJM from YouTube. Why did you wait until your late 20s to begin wrestling?
That's a very good question. Simply because I focused on my martial arts background originally. I was a kickboxer. So I did that for a few years. And then obviously transitioning to England, had to focus more on work, studies, and then obviously a career. But in that sense, why did I wait until the 20s? There wasn't as much as an access to it from where I lived in the north of Ireland, in Derry. Now, the closest place I would have to go for the old fit family would have been Belfast, which is around an hour and a half drive. Now, considering the travel wasn't just so easy to get to, let alone having to reach out for. So, man, if I could turn back time, that would be one of the main reasons why I'd go back and start training a lot more sooner.
Awesome. Well, DDP started a lot later, and he did pretty well, right?
Yeah, Batista as well.
Yeah, Batista, a lot of late bloomers. Next question, DJ M again from YouTube. What did your family think when you told them you wanted to be a pro wrestler?
Oh, I think they're still trying to come to terms with it, simply because it's me. And when I put it like that, obviously you got to know me personally. I am a bit of an FLC, a free-loving criminal, and man, I just love getting that rush. So for my family to come to terms with it, well, they came to terms with me when I was a fighter, kickboxing. They only ever watched one match. So for them to come to terms with me being a wrestler, they had to put up with it. It's what I want to do. It's what I want to follow. That's where I want to go.
Yeah, awesome. Well, it's pro wrestling, maybe a bit better than kickboxing and MMA, right? For your family.
Well, that's it. It's, you could say there is a lot of differences, certainly, but the pain is still the same.
Yeah. All right. Any more questions? Okay, so
get your questions in. Come on.
Yeah, I guess there's no more for now. So you actually fought Big Sam for the MKW World Championship. Any memories from that? Any stories?
So I'm reminded of that daily from Big Sam himself.
Yeah.
Well, first thing to say was obviously my first official match was at it was for KOPW, and it was against Big Sam, and it was certainly a lesson learned. When you're getting in the ring with a world champion, you certainly learn why they're a world champion. Now, from that lesson, every day is a lesson, every day is a way to make yourself better. And so with Big Sam supported me throughout all of it, and I can never be more thankful for him. But at the same time, he can definitely easily kick someone's ass. So things have changed since then, Al. Things have changed. So let's see what happens next time.
Well, definitely, once you get more experience, Big Sam definitely a huge threat in Chinese pro wrestling, and he's probably the biggest guy I've ever seen. So,
yeah, this is it.
And of course, you're the current European champion in AIWF. You won the championship. You brought the belt to China. There it is. Can we get a close up of that?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Look at that beauty right there. Nice.
Right.
So, yeah. So, what are you doing to represent that championship while you're in China?
What am I doing?
Yes.
Well, obviously we are in our time of a bit of chaos. So with hard work, definitely comes social media. Just give me 2 seconds. If I'm going to put this back, I've got to do it
Sure.
properly.
In other news, my cat's messing around and everything. I was like, just keep talking for now. Don't do that. All right. My cat wanted to be on me. It's messing around. That's why I keep looking aside there. Yeah, so what are you doing to represent the championship, the European Championship, while you're in China?
So
social media.
I've asked for a lot of advice because it's hard when there's not as much matches coming up because you want to perform. But just because you can't perform in the ring doesn't mean you can't perform outside of it. So for me, I'm working very hard on my social media. I'm trying to update people as much as possible. I'm doing free giveaways. Like last month, giving away t-shirts, hats, free raffle. Man, I'm on this for the love of it, not for the money. And so, like I said, a lot of things I've been doing. So that's only social media. Training-wise, when I won this belt, man, I was 107 kilos. I wanted to put weight on. I wanted to be a big boy. Now, when I knew I was going to be that big and that heavy, I had to shred down. So now I've lost almost 2 stone. I'm 90 kilos since March 25th when I got back to China. We're now in July, end of July. So it's been a lot of hard work. The gyms haven't been open in China. Obviously some gyms and having access. So what I've had to do, I've been training outside, I've been training with tires, I've been training with hammers, I've been using calisthenics. And then that's just the training. There's also, more importantly, the nutrition. It's a lot of hard work, Al, and I could take up a lot of time talking about it.
No, it's good that you're doing the MMA training. So that definitely helps with cardio and stuff. My cat keeps around here. All right. Well, you mentioned social media. Why don't you give your social media plug-in, and we'll see if there's any more questions from the fans. Where can we find you, social media-wise?
Where can you find me? Well, obviously I'm updating everything. My dog Connor fights for his Con Men. So you can follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, ConMen876.
There it is, right on the screen. Hopefully I got it right.
You got it right, man. Yeah, you got it right.
Awesome. Make sure you guys follow Connor on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Nice and convenient. It's all at ConMen876. And if you like me, please give my wrestling Twitter a follow at Leung. And of course, you can see that at the bottom ticker. If you enjoy MKW Chinese wrestling, sit down. And we got a lot of things going on with Middle Kingdom Wrestling. Follow us on social media. Facebook and Instagram is MKW China, and YouTube is Middle Kingdom Wrestling, and on Twitter is MKW Wrestling.
Yeah, get on Al, follow Al. You'll see what he's doing with his cycling. You'll see what he's doing with his cat. Yeah.
There you go.
Do you know what? Obviously, what we're hearing talking about MKW, man, it's about time we do an interview like this. About time I get some highlights. You know, all this hard work I'm putting in, it's about time I get some recognition for it.
Yeah, for sure. And you're about to have an opportunity of that, of a big announcement this week. MKW Blast Off will be happening in about 2 weeks' time. And then, it'll be a taping, wrestling coming back to MKW, and the actual matches will be on YouTube, and that should be coming out end of August, early September. So make sure you guys check that out. All right.
Absolutely. Like you just said, sorry, Al, before you continue there, this whole Blast Off thing, you know, it's funny. Like everybody's been working hard. I've been seeing everybody, what they've been doing. You know, the whole roster's working hard. We want to take these things off. We want this Blast Off to happen, and man, I can't wait.
Actually, guys, to me, my next question: how do you feel about the MKW Blast Off? You're on the poster, so you're going to be in it. You're part of it.
Oh, exactly. I just look forward to just getting my time like now. You know, in less than 2 years, I've become a European champion in less than 2 years. So that's what's going to happen. Fair enough, this pandemic's come up. So what? It's not going to stop me. Just going to keep working hard, and things are only going to get better. So by the time we get some recognition now, things are just going to blast off.
All right, during Blast Off, who do you want to face? I know Big Sam's probably one of them. Who else would you like to face during Blast Off? MKW.
Oh man, okay. Well, let me see. Right. Who do I like to blast off? I think Black Mamba. Black Mamba's almost like a veteran of MKW. You know, former belt and world champion. Let's see what I can do now. You know, or is he past his best? You've got who else? You've got Michael Sue. Oh, good job in your recovery, Michael Sue. Yeah. Again, another former champion. What else have you got? There's a lot of people, and then obviously, yeah, can I redeem myself with Big Sam? I'd certainly like to give it a try.
Cool. All right. So, is there any more questions from my PA here? Gonna get to your questions.
Should be loads of questions. Come on.
I saw a few. I don't know if it's all appropriate here. Will Mr. Katz Wrestling from YouTube? Will there be a sexy Mad Dog Connor calendar available in 2021? And what pictures would be for July?
You know what? That's actually a very good question, and that's another way to kind of get myself out there. Yeah, as I say, if you've been following my social media, I started doing a bit of modeling now. This is it. You know, I can fight, I can look good, and I can look good fighting. So why not use a calendar?
Make sure you check out Mr. Katz Wrestling because it's voodoo there. Okay, Adam Rag from Facebook. Greetings, Mad Dog. What memories do you have of your first match in the UK?
So, Adam, it's a good question. Thanks for reaching out, Paul. Yeah, it's my first official match on a card was a 6-man match, and yeah, I'll not forget, it was me against Mikey Van Riet, Keegan Barnes, Josh Drabble, me, and I can't remember the names out for the life of me, and they're going to hate me for it now. But boys, I'll definitely remember all that. No, it was a 6-man match, first man match, and Mikey Van Riet, veteran of EBW, veteran of British wrestling, and I took his head clean off. With what people say, a black mass, I just do that better as well. So, first match, first handful, not bad. But what I want to mention, when it comes to the first match, my first singles match was for the EBW World Championship, and that was in 4 months. 4 months against Krieg, the German destroyer. Now, don't get me wrong, he's not called that for nothing. That was my first kind of concussion, because when he chokeslammed me, yeah, let me say it this way, Undertaker would be proud.
Oh yeah, choke slams. Those are always hard to take because you don't know when you're gonna crash, right?
Yeah.
All right. Any more questions? Thank you, Adam.
Come on, guys. Loads of questions.
Denise Williams. Okay, from Facebook. What's the hardest match you have had till now? I guess. Yeah. What's the hardest match you had so far?
So Denise, my Scottish man looked after me in Liverpool. Lovely butts. My hardest match, man. Hardest match. I would say my hardest match was against Big Sam, because I hadn't been like properly training the way I was in the UK when I made that transition from England to China. And of course, well, I hadn't even met Big Sam yet, and with it being a big deal and being a new platform, I wanted to make sure. I'm sharing this locker room with, like, as I say, like Ho Lun, Jason Lee. Oh man, some really good names, and that for me was the hardest. Not only the hardest match, but the hardest night. Having everything together, keeping professional, keeping humble. Yeah, just organising, making sure it looked good. Well, it looked good, but it wasn't the outcome that I wanted. But what can you do?
All right, next question. DJM from YouTube again. Would you like a rematch with KC, your opponent from Bash at Bash at the Bay too.
Man, I had the one. I landed the Swanton bomb. Where was the ref? Big Johnny outside distracting the referee. Man, yeah, I think need to put things right. In MKW, yeah, I'm open to whatever. Rematch. Yeah, but certainly going to be a different outcome. Let's put things right.
Another rematch. Yeah, you got a lot of redemption on your mind. Any more questions? Yeah, we're about to wrap up with the questions here. So, all right, Yusuf. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. From where did you have the inspiration to become a wrestler?
Yusuf, good question. Yusuf's from Tunisia. Nice guy. The inspiration, man. Inspiration was with me a long time ago. Just from watching, like, as I say, I first started watching WCW, and what I loved about WCW was the cruiserweights. Fair enough, you had NWO and you had Goldberg and all that, but the cruiserweights were always something else because they knew that they were a different kind of caliber. That lucha style was just amazing, and obviously being a little bit smaller myself and being athletic, I felt that I could do that. But they have an inspiration, man. The thing that inspired me is the memories that you can give people. You can give really good memories to people that they enjoy something, there's general interaction, but that's that general performance for me, because I know I'm a good sportsman, I know I'm a good performer. So if I can make someone feel better with it, then why not? That's the inspiration.
All right, any more questions here? All right, Yusuf again. Why do you live in China, or why did you move?
So I moved to China, obviously for pastures new. At the time, I wanted to do a PhD, and Liverpool, John Moores, that is home. But it was a bit more difficult because obviously finances, and then my partner at the time, she got a job in China, and so we had a talk, a discussion. We both came out. I've adapted to it so well. I've loved every bit of it. Unfortunately, things turn out the way they are. Things come to an end, but I continue to stay in China. I love it. I love what I do. I'm good at what I do, and hence why people keep me here.
China's China's not too bad. Come on, guys. All right.
China's good, yeah.
Counted out 7 from YouTube. If you had to choose a tag team partner, who would you pick? Hashtag book Mad Dog.
Hashtag book Mad Dog. Now, this is probably coming from Tyler, to point it out, from good old from Canada. Man, Canadians are cool. Who I would pick out of anyone right now, I would say, if I could do anything with Finn Balor, I would love something like that. But in the MKW roster now, I've actually thought about this. I feel that Trey from the stable, I think Trey's got a lot of potential. I like his attitude.
Uncle Money.
He doesn't mess around. Yeah, Uncle Money. As I say, he's got a good attitude and he gets the job done when he needs to.
For the right amount of money, yes. Uncle Money will do.
Uncle Money,
do whatever, yes.
Not a bad author too.
Yeah. All right, Harbin Kiwi from YouTube. Should pineapple go on pizza?
Do you know what? Mad Dog's in the name, man. I'll eat anything. Well, whoa, gotta be careful now. I said that out loud. Pineapple should go on a pizza, and you know what? Because it's a superfood, should put broccoli on a pizza too. Oh, there's your nutrition. Chihuahua.
Yeah, in Canada we call them Hawaiian pizzas. So yeah, pineapple should definitely go on pizza. All right, any more questions here? DJ M, who is your dream opponent? Who is your dream tag team partner? Well, you already answered that one, but who's your dream opponent?
Even sitting here now, like when I watch Finn Balor, he just brings that. I'll quote Tyler. I think he was born with abs. The man is in peak, phenomenal shape. When you talk about like being ring ready, that man was born ring ready. Yeah, just Finn Balor, fellow Irishman. Yeah, just look at the things he's done and that he's doing. Just his general all-round attitude. Yeah, Finn Balor would have to be.
Finn Balor. Fergal Devitt. All right, any more questions? PA, are you awake over there?
Oh, come on. No, this is my spotlight now. Come on. NDC, come on.
All right, there you go. DJ, maybe there's a bit of a delay. What did you think of the title versus title match, you versus Zombie Dragon? European title on the line and the MKW World title on the line. What do you think of that?
Oh, it sounds beautiful. That really sounds delicious, that. Yeah, that sounds really good, that. Title v title, why not? Why not? Zombie is... Well, he's not of this earth, anyway. But watching him, man, he's... Put it this way, I'd have to step it up if I was the train for that match. Absolutely, he's agile, he's surprising, he's just a wrestler. He's a proper competitor.
Yeah, you got to watch out for all his tricks too, the fire and the spray, and then the fire.
How do you prepare for that?
A lot of fire.
You got a spare fire extinguisher? You got a spare face mask?
You gotta spray on some like fire retardant on your face or something. All right. Next question. Any more questions? Thank you for that, DJM. Sheffield reviewer. When you first started watching wrestling, who was your favorite? Who were your favorites growing up?
Any wrestling fan finds it very hard to narrow it down to one. Like I said, the cruiserweights. Rey Mysterio. Man, the things that guy could do. And that's what gives me the title Mad Dog, because I like to try new things. I like to try and get things on there and get the job done. Rey Mysterio. Now, obviously, at the time, looking back, The Rock, man, The Rock is an inspiration to when I was a kid. The Rock is an inspiration to what I am now. And forever he will be.
All right, any more questions as we're wrapping up here?
Oh, wrapping up already? What? Oh, been so fun, definitely. It's been fun. Now, as I say, yeah, you gotta take care of that cat too.
Yeah, I gotta take care. I think he wants me to like feed him. Feed him some more. I already fed him actually. Anyways, Denise Williams from Facebook. Will you be coming over to England for a match anytime soon?
Unfortunately not, Denise. I would love to come back to good old Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? Premier League winners. Fair play to them. No, because I can leave China, but I can't get back into China. And right now, this is where I work. Right now, China is my home, and I love it. And yeah, I'll continue to keep that distance with family and friends and work hard and certainly work towards my dreams.
All right, so unfortunately, not anytime soon, even during COVID, especially during COVID. All right, next question. Are you two Holmes? I think that's the name, or is it Rue Two Holmes? Anyways, would you compete in an eye for an eye match? There you go. We're talking about your favorite, Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, do you know what? Hey, why not? Why not?
Why not?
An eye for an eye match. Yeah, why not? Why? What about even, I don't know, hair v hair? Yeah, just something that gives that little bit of difference. But let me put it this way: from what we had obviously seen, the match was probably a good match, but just the outcome at the end, maybe that wasn't the desired effect for wrestling fans.
Yeah, I thought the match was pretty good, but yeah, get out the ping pong balls or something at the end there. Yeah. All right, next question. Any more? DJ, what are your goals for wrestling and MKW? That was actually going to be my next question. What are your goals for wrestling MKW? And of course, I was going to ask you about Blast Off. What are your goals there?
I'm going to keep it simple. All I want is just an opportunity. You give me that opportunity, man's going to stand up. That's all I need. Just like I've had with every other time, just like I've had with this, just an opportunity. So my goals for what I want to do this year, obviously things completely changed. That doesn't mean I changed my goals and I adapted and overcome them. My goals in wrestling and an MKW for now, I am coming for more silverware, for more gold. And I think it's about time MKW had a new face.
That face could be Mad Dog Connor. That face is going to be Mad Dog Connor. I can see it now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, any more questions from a PA here? All right. Thank you for everybody for joining us here live on MKW's Facebook and YouTube, and thank you for all the questions. All right, we're about to wrap up here. So, yeah, I mean, pre-COVID, of course, before all this COVID happened, we heard that you were planning to go to US, the United States, to attend the New Japan Pro Wrestling Dojo seminar in Los Angeles. I know COVID kind of threw a monkey wrench into those plans. So
yeah,
how are you feeling now? A little less motivated, or to reach your long-term goals in wrestling? And yeah, any comments about that?
You know, I'm so happy you asked me that, simply because if I went over into those things, I wouldn't have been ready the way I am now. With all this training, with all this extra research, with just all this extra more experience, man, when I go over there now, I'm not going to be as timid. I'm not going to be as nervous or anything like that. Man, I'm ready. I am ready to go. As I say, I'm MKW giving me that platform. Yeah, US still going to be happening. Japan will happen. Again, give me my opportunity and you will see things happen.
Yeah, Michael Sue attended that seminar also, right? So you can ask him for all
and
the.
He had nothing but good things to say. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot
and
of
it was very nice about giving feedback on it too.
Yeah, there's a guy that used to wrestle around where I am now in Vancouver area. Yeah, Clark Connors. Yeah, he used to wrestle around here, and I talked to him a few times. And yeah, he's doing very well now in New Japan, USA. So good for him.
A guy came from the UK, Gabriel Kidd. I met him only once. We were playing a football match. It was a charity event for a wrestler that died for cancer. Obviously here, Chris Travis was his name, and I met Gabriel Kidd, who's now signed by AIWF. And you know what? Another humble guy. I've been speaking to him, just asking for feedback. What to do now at this time? You know, he's having his matches. He's off doing his thing. He's signed, and he's not signed because obviously he's not just a good wrestler. He's a really nice guy.
Awesome. Good luck to him. So yeah, we're about to wrap up here with the interview with Mad Dog Connor here. So yeah, let's announce our next week's guest. Let me load it up here.
Who's it gonna be?
Who's it gonna be? So yeah, actually, it's gonna be next week. Normally, it's every 2 weeks that we do this, but 2 weeks from now, of course, it's MKW Blast Off, so we don't want to conflict with that. So our next week's guest, August 2nd, same time, 10 p.m. Beijing time. It's gonna be from Saigon Pro Wrestling, Rocky Hun.
Wow. Yeah. Rocky. Yeah, he had his first show last night, Vietnam, VPW. Wow. Yeah.
VPW, that's right. Yeah, now he's the owner of Saigon Pro Wrestling, Vietnam Pro Wrestling. So yes, Rocky's going to be joining us next week.
Oh, great.
We're wrapping. Great. So is there any more questions for Mad Dog Connor here?
Come on.
There's a lot of questions.
Not much time.
No? Yusuf, okay. What is your favorite song?
What's my favorite song?
It's not the final countdown, right?
No, definitely not. No, it's not. It's
a good song though.
It's gonna be Celine Dion, Titanic. Nothing motivates me more than hearing that. My heart will go on.
My heart will go on. Don't let go, Jack. Any more questions? Thank you, Yusuf. All right, Mr. Cat again. Was the Irish whip invented in Ireland?
Do you know what? They're like, I'm sure if you were to go back, it probably was. Yeah, probably was. A lot of good things were invented in Ireland, absolutely. So, and then everybody claims they're half Irish come Patrick's Day, and so yeah, bring it all back to Ireland.
All right, thank you, Voodoo. Next, any more? DJM, have you learned to speak any Chinese yet?
我会说中文一点点。每天我试一试。So what I just said was I can speak a little Chinese, and every day I try.
There you go, a little bit. All right, thank you, DJM. All right, I guess that is it for this week's Chinese Wrestling Sit Down. Thank you, Mad Dog Connor, for joining us. It was a pleasure. Thank you, everybody, for watching live on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see you back next week, August 2nd, for Rocky Chinese Wrestling Sit Down. Have a good day or night, wherever you may be. See you guys later.
Cheers,
See you guys
guys.
next week.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.